and I had an infant. I had just given birth. Like, some part of me is leaning towards the idea.
Wait. Barbie was inspired by motherhood? At the surface, Barbie seems to promote boss girls and independent women.
So cool.
Especially in the intro cinematic, as it shows the children rejecting the patriarchy by smashing their dolls. But if one looks at a much deeper level, by looking at intricately placed details and through psychological analysis, we find that Barbie isn't actually a feminist film, but a pro-motherhood film.
It's also a humanist film, because it's like the humanity, insofar as you can call it, of like Barbie and Ken, is what's paramount in the film.
We all know feminism is anti-traditional motherhood, so why does Barbie suggest it? Part 1. Why Barbie is actually depressed. In the beginning of the movie, Barbie's flat feet and other symptoms of sadness seemed to be caused by her real-life counterpart, Gloria. But as she travels through the human world, it's obvious there's a much deeper void inside of her psyche than just the metaphysical connection with Gloria. For example, when she contemplates and observes families and relationships at the park, a particular motherly bliss forms inside of her. She then proceeds to call a grandma beautiful. Since there was a maternal vibe to this old woman, the beauty Barbie could be referring to is the beautiful life she lived raising children, since Barbie was just observing mothers and children at the park.
I actually, when I got asked the other day, like, is Barbie a feminist? I was like, well, she's actually like the level up from that. Because if you look at Barbieland at the beginning, like...
Exactly. But then, not to give too much away, but
Yeah.
then like the human character of, I will say,
Yes.
Gloria,
Yeah.
played by the brilliant America Ferrera, also articulates some stuff about what this negotiation is.
You're the Ken in the filming.
Later in the story, Barbie becomes more depressed when Barbieland is taken over by the Kens. She believes she has no utility and completely shuts down.
Definitely not thinking about death anymore.
It's not until she deprograms the other Barbies that she believes restoring Barbieland can make her happy again. But it doesn't. Barbie is still sad until Ruth Handler talks to her in this dreamlike trance. She says something along the lines, "It's your choice to become human, and this will lead to happiness." Then, Barbie sees the flashes of children once again, and realizes her destiny.
Behind every great Barbie, there's a Ken.
Next, in the last scene of the movie, she goes to see a gynecologist. We can assume she went to see the gynecologist to see if she could have children.
It's Barbie and Ken.
Part 2. Ken's Housewives. When Barbieland is taken over by Kens, all of the women start dressing as 50s maids and housewives. In one specific instance, the former President Barbie says,
"This is so much fun,"
when serving beers to the Kens at the beach. Additionally, all of the Barbies adopt feminine mannerisms and seem so much happier when they are all in this dream state.
It's gonna fall apart, and that's okay. And because Barbie is this emblem of plastic perfection, I was like, what better journey to give her than one that gives her humanity?
Dark ones are great because they can hide your sadness.
Barbie describes them as being brainwashed, but when the team supposedly deprograms them, they return back to their combative and narcissistic personalities. And they take back power and become dominant over the Kens again in Barbieland. Now I ask you, the viewer, at which state were they happier in? The housewife or the independent woman?
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's the idea. Barbie isn't feminist, it's pro-motherhood. Wait a second.